The SIU's now been called in after police have killed a gunman they say shot 6 people, killing 5 of them.
CP24's Beatrice Vaisman joins us live from Jane and Rutherford in Vaughan this morning with more on this horrific story. Beatrice, the big question now is why? What is the motive? And police will have to do a lot of investigating to try to get to the bottom of what happened here.
They will, Jen. Police have to cut through speculation. I mean, they have to make sure they've got their ducks in a row. The investigation is solid. They need to figure out why this gunman opened fire here last night, 7:20 in the evening, and the police chief was quite frank too. We need to know what drew him here. Was he a resident? That's certainly a possibility. Why did he target, or did he target these 6 people specifically? It sounds like there was an ambush attack, Nick and Jen. It sounds like there were victims found in multiple different units. And so why those units specifically? These are all things police are going to be looking for. 5 people shot, pronounced dead here at the scene, again in different units. 1 person taken to hospital, the police chief saying thankfully that person is going to make a full recovery. And the gunman also shot and killed by a York Regional Police officer here last night. Keep in mind, when police arrived here, they were here for an active shooter call. They didn't know exactly what they would be encountering. They just knew that there was someone who was armed, someone who was dangerous, someone who was opening fire on innocent people here in this condo building. So police arrived. Firstly, their task was find the person responsible, to neutralize the threats to public safety, to make sure anyone else was safe. Secondly, to go door to door, find victims, give them the best medical treatment they can, try to save their lives, and then ultimately make sure the entire building is safe as well for these residents. The building was evacuated. The emergency response teams went door to door to make sure there were no more victims in units. The police chief talked about the response as well. They trained for this. Officers, first responders, they trained for this. And he talked about the strategy when his crews arrived. Listen.
Our officers are highly trained to deal with active shooting responses. I can't tell you how many initially were here, but they were here quite quickly. And they went right into the building and dealt with the situation. And as I said, one of our officers did discharge a firearm. I can confirm that. And as a result, the subject is deceased, and the SIU will take it from there.
2 vehicles also towed from the scene here this morning, a Chevy HHR and an old Jaguar sedan, both of them with police seals on the doors. These 2 cars are now going to be taken to the lab to be forensically examined. Not clear how or if they are connected, but typically police don't tow random vehicles from scenes. Also, you heard the chief mention the SIU conducting a parallel investigation. York Police tasked with the homicide part of this investigation and creating the overall narrative as to what happened. The SIU will investigate the interaction between York Police and the suspect, determine if the use of force was appropriate. And again, I emphasize they came here for an active shooter investigation. And ultimately, we'll have a lot of questions in general. The families will want to know why. We hope to learn more about the victims and also a motive in this attack. We'll likely hear more from York Police and the SIU, Nick and Jen, at some point today.
Yeah, definitely something we're following. Beatrice Vaisman, thanks for the update there.